In this question, we have £26 and 60 pence divided by 7. So again, let's set this up so that we can actually do some working. So 7 here, I'll put the pound sign in so that we remember the unit of measurement, 26. I'll spread these digits out a bit so I've got some working room, and I'll put some extra zeros in just in case. Okay, so I'll start working. I'm up to this part here, and that wouldn't normally be included, but I only include this if you're learning how to do these, particularly so you don't forget the unit of measurement. So you don't really have to do this if you don't want to and include the pound sign in the working. But I've put it in and we're up to it, so we might as well put it in. Okay, now I'm finished with it. So the next question becomes, how many 7s go into 2? Well, the answer is 0, so you can put a 0 here. The next question is, how many 7s go into 26? It's not the 6 anymore, it's 26 because I haven't finished with the 2. So I'm up to this. So how many 7s go into 26? Well, that's 3. And how many are left over? 5. Here, I'm up to the decimal point, so I may as well put it in my answer. And now I can keep going. How many 7s go into 56? 8. And there is 0 left over. But because it's money, I can't stop there. I have to have at least 2 digits, right? So I'll just pull up a 0 from here, and now that makes sense. So my final answer is going to be, I don't need this 0 really, so £3 and 80 pence. The answer that we had, where we stopped, which was £3.8, won't be marked right in a test, for example, or by your teacher, because that isn't how money is expressed. Certainly not how pounds are expressed. We don't say 3.8 pounds. We would say, as we see below, 3.80 pounds. So this is your final answer.